that is going to go somewhere is DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf has officially requested a trade from the Seattle Seahawks after Tyler Lockett was released just the other day. Now, if DK Metcalf is traded, he will be looking for a new contract, reportedly $30 million per season. So, guys, when you look at DK Metcalf, he is a pretty good receiver. He was the number one receiver for the Seattle Seahawks last season. He has been a little bit injury-plagued the last couple of seasons, but he's still a big body receiver. Who should be making call for DK Metcalf right now? Who should be out there making calls for DK Metcalf and seeing what the Seattle Seahawks want trade-wise for him? Like I said, DK Metcalf wants to leave Seattle. He is seeking a trade. He wants to be out. The Seattle Seahawks asking price for DKF is high. They want a first rounder and a third round pick in return. They want 2 picks for DK Metcalf. As you guys know, last season, receivers were going back for 4th round picks. Amari Cooper, 4th round pick. DeAndre Hopkins, 4th round pick. Right? Hell, Deebo Samuel just got traded for a 5th round pick. So this is a big asking price for a first round pick and a third round pick for DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is entering his final year of his 3-year, $72 million extension, which expires after the 2025 NFL season. Any team requiring Metcalf would also need to offer him a new contract, with Metcalf reportedly asking for $30 million per season. Now, the Seahawks are set to lose their top 2 of their 3 receivers in 2024, Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, as Tyler Lockett was released after his 10-year career in Seattle. So when you look at DK Metcalf, there are 3 potential landing spots that I could see him going to. Number 1 would be the Las Vegas Raiders. Tyler Lockett and him could reunite with former head coach Pete Carroll. It would be a match made in heaven. It would be a quarterback's dream. Aiden O'Connell could be actually a decent quarterback with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. That could happen. The Raiders have the draft capital, and they got the salary cap as well to bring in a player like DK Metcalf and asking for that $30 million. Now, are they willing to give up their 7th overall pick for that? To be determined, right? It could be a 2026 draft, first round draft pick, maybe a 2nd round. Maybe we'll see about that. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers were previously interested in Christian Kirk for his injury last season and could pursue him again if he was healthy. Spoiler alert, we just saw Christian Kirk get traded to the Houston Texans from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are still obviously a team that DK Metcalf could go to. But a team that I could see making a push for DK Metcalf the most is the one and only Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have a lot of cap space. The Buffalo Bills don't like to pay players. James Cook is still waiting for a payday. He's not going to get it. But the Bills are a strong contender where DK Metcalf could help push the team past the Chiefs and the other AFC teams. So a good potential landing spot for DK Metcalf is simple, guys. It's the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills should be willing to give them that 1st round and 3rd round pick in return for DK Metcalf. $30 million is not really that much for a receiver like DK Metcalf. A big body, fast receiver with a big arm, strong like Josh Allen. We're scared, baby. We scared. Kansas City Chiefs would be scared. The Baltimore Ravens would be scared. The rest of the teams in the AFC would be scared. Guys, DK Metcalf to the Buffalo Bills makes the most sense. As simple as that. Make it happen. What's his name? Bean. Make it happen. So what do you guys think? Where should DK Metcalf land? Where should he go? The old member says, I'm hearing Devontae Adams is going back to Green Bay. I doubt it. And Drew says, whoa, slow it down, baby. There's only one team that makes sense for DK Metcalf, says Drew. There's only one team in the NFL that makes sense for DK Metcalf, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Drew, on the surface, I'll be all about that. On the surface, I'll be, sure, why not? Chiefs salary cap. I don't think the Chiefs have the cap table. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs have the cap room. The Kansas City Chiefs have $500,000 in cap. $500,000 in cap. Yes, they still can restructure Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones and Travis Kelce's contract still and potentially make up that money. But DK Metcalf to the Kansas City Chiefs doesn't make sense to me at all. Now, Chris Godwin to the Kansas City Chiefs makes sense. But when you think about this, the Kansas City Chiefs still have Rashid Rice. He's coming back in 2025. He should be 100%. They have Hollywood Brown still. They have Xavier Worthy. As a Chiefs fan, I would love DK. It would be awesome. But logically speaking, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. And Alpha Rob said the Chargers. And Alpha Rob, I have heard this. I heard that the minute the news broke that DK Metcalf wanted out of Seattle, the LA Chargers were on the phone. Now, I don't know what their salary cap is. I would have to Google it. Actually, we can Google it right now. We are at overthecap.com if you guys are ever interested in looking at the salary cap. The Chargers have $90 million in a cap space right now, which is second in the NFL. They could definitely afford that. Are they willing to give up a first-round pick and a third-round pick in return for DK? Would it get them over the hump? Meh. DK Metcalf is a good talent. The Chargers have a pretty piss-poor receiving core. Ladd McConkey is the only decent player there. But hey, I like that. Chargers would be a good one as well. Old Man River says DK to the Buffalo Bills. Makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense, because I think Amari Cooper is a free agent, right? Would you rather have Amari Cooper or DK at the end of the day? That's kind of what it comes down to. Who are you going to pay? I'm going to pay the 28-year-old DK Metcalf. Jim Powell says the Chiefs sure should get them a DK. Like a Donkey Kong. James Frank says put DK opposite of Mike Evans. So go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Forget about Chris Godwin and bring down DK. So you would in theory have two number one receivers on your team. Would Mike Evans be okay being the number two guy? I'm not for sure. I'm for sure. Casey says DK will be a cheap because the bench, just because Beach is going to go draft offensive line. As the Kansas City Chiefs will probably draft offensive line in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th rounds, yes. With the 31st overall pick, they're probably going to go defense. But if you trade your 31st pick and your 3rd round pick for DK Metcalf, right? And Drew says the Panthers. Yes, obviously the Panthers do need receiver help. They have one of the worst receiving cores in the NFL, right? The Panthers have one of the worst receiving cores in the NFL. Yes, I get it. They have Adam Thielen, they have Xavier Leggett and Jalen Cocker. That's about it. He would instantly be a number one. Hands down, yes. But Panthers got a lot more needs than just that. They have one pick. My man, John.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
John's also a pigskin pun. What's up, John? He says, hey, man, our nation, sorry I showed up late, but DK to the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody's linking the DK to the Kansas City Chiefs. This is like what the third person that has said this. Guys, logistically, am I saying that right? Logically, the logistic standards, the money-wise, the Kansas City Chiefs can't afford him. They have $500,000 to play with. DK Metcalf is not going to sign a $500,000 deal to come play for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. John says, I think Tampa Bay gets Devontae Adams, and he said, I like him in Tampa Bay as well, meaning DK Metcalf. Not wrong. But what do you guys think? Where do you guys think DK Metcalf is going to end up? He'll probably end up in Seattle and sign a $32 million deal. That's what it comes down to. He's not going anywhere.